The Indianapolis Colts kick off another camp in Westfield as the bright lights of the sports world continue to shine on Hamilton County, with no signs of dimming anytime soon. The Hamilton County Sports Authority breaks down the increasing economic impact of sports tourism and what's next. Plus, one-on-one with Mitch Daniels on Purdue and Indianapolis, a formula for unlocking the state's brain gain equation. New space and new goals for downtown Logansport, a $6 million project for entrepreneurs and community gatherings. We'll take you inside the Pavilion and The Kitchen. And as conversations continue statewide about workforce development, the Evansville Regional Partnership is launching a first-of-its-kind platform to engage high school students. We'll talk potential impact. Inside Indiana Business is next.
Indiana's business news leader. This is IBJ Media's Inside Indiana Business with Gary Dick. Presented by Elevate Ventures, Indiana University, LIUNA, and the Indiana Association of Realtors.
Well, are you ready for some football? The National Football League kicks off its 2026 season in a little more than a month. But football is back this week in Hamilton County as the Indianapolis Colts begin training camp at Westfield's Grand Park. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. 3 weeks for the team to tune up and local businesses, restaurants, and hotels to cash in. Colts camp is not really a revenue generator for the city of Westfield, but Mayor Scott Willis says the $800,000 investment provides an opportunity for the city to showcase an emerging downtown and quality of life as it looks to attract and retain talent.
Just having the NFL in your community for 30 days, having the Colts in town, the amount of visitors that come in to experience the camp, what our residents get to experience, the up-close personal contact that you get with these players in a practice setting versus at Lucas Oil is incredible. And that's priceless in my mind.
Well, this will be the Colts' final training camp in Westfield beginning next year. The team will train in its headquarters on the west side of Indianapolis. But sports as an economic driver in Hamilton County certainly is not going away. In fact, there are signs that sport is finding its stride as an economic engine for Indiana's fastest growing county. And joining me now with more is Gabe Amick, the Assistant Director of Sports Operation at the Hamilton County Sports Authority. Gabe, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you. Thanks for having us.
Okay, this transformation, I think, that's taking place in Hamilton County regarding sports, going from maybe kind of a weekend travel type of vibe, if you will, into a full-fledged sports economy. Accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, our bread and butter is the weekend sport travel, but pulling off some of these one-off events that we're looking at, from NFL flag football for last weekend to some of the events that we have coming up, definitely speaks accurate to that.
And the exposure that flag football that you mentioned got last weekend was really amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. So a lot of the games were televised on ESPN. We also saw some numbers are still coming in, but almost 1.4 billion eyeballs were on that event. So a great opportunity for the city of Westfield, Droplight Grand Park Sports Campus, and the county as a whole.
Another big event coming up. There have been questions about it. What can you tell us about Live Golf coming back to Chatham Hills?
Yeah, so we've been promised Live Golf is happening. We're moving forward like nothing has changed. The build out is happening on the course. If you're in Westfield or around Chatham Hills, you definitely can see that build out that's happening with all of the hospitality tents and the signage and the exposure that event is bringing to the city of Westfield. So we are full steam ahead.
Yeah, well, you talk about full steam ahead. Your pipeline of projects is really growing and diverse. You've got Big Ten volleyball going to Fishers next year. You've got the World Fitness Project, which is something I'd not heard of, but is an international event.
Right, yeah, exactly. We have about 25 different countries that will be represented for that World Fitness Project. It's really a fitness event that takes place. It'll be over 3 days at Grand Park Sports Campus. The fittest athletes you will ever see will be at that event. The best athletes in the world that are essentially, think of a CrossFit Games, that are competing in that. And we are the only North American site this year. They were in London earlier this year. Then they will be in Westfield, and then they do their championships at Copenhagen, Denmark.
Estimates last year, $70 million in impact from projects you worked on. I'm sure that number is going to be up substantially. As you look big picture, because you're beginning to get these events building on themselves. What's kind of that big picture goal for bigger events perhaps down the road?
Yeah, I think the greatest thing that we have to our benefit is the infrastructure that the county's been able to do, and that's working with each one of the cities and the venues that they're bringing in. We're really appreciative for that infrastructure that's there, which is allowing us to go after some of those larger events that we want to look at. And who knows, maybe an Olympic trials is in our future here real soon.
Gabe Amick with the Hamilton County Sports Authority. Great to see you. A lot of activity happening, not just with the Colts, but a lot of other things as well. Thanks for joining
Absolutely.
us.
Thanks so much.
All right. Well, Hamilton County will also be home to one of the nation's highest profile national governing bodies, USA Gymnastics, selecting Noblesville as home for its headquarters and training and wellness center. USA Gymnastics CEO Kyle Albrecht tells me things are progressing nicely toward a groundbreaking and potential opening in advance of the 2028 Olympics in LA. He says gymnastics' new home will be special.
To really have this beacon, this cultural hub for the sport where everyone can point towards, so many other sports, whether it's, Cooperstown in baseball or Canton, for football, these cultural hubs exist for sports across the country. And for our sport of gymnastics, Noblesville is going to be that home.
Another exciting sports development in Hamilton County. USA Gymnastics' new home will be located next to the Riverview Health Arena at Innovation Mile, just off I-69. Well, Purdue University doubling down on its presence in Indianapolis. Former Purdue president Mitch Daniels is back and leading the charge. I sit down with the now interim Purdue president to talk Indy and the school's expanding presence and how it can help boost the brain gain. That's coming up. Well, Purdue University is continuing to double down on its presence in Indianapolis with a vision that could reshape not only Purdue, but the future of higher education in Indiana. Former Purdue president Mitch Daniels is back as interim president, and I sat down with him this week to talk about what Purdue Indianapolis can become and why it matters to Indianapolis and Indiana. When you look at the Indianapolis campus today, how far along is this compared to where you hoped it would be at this point?
It's important to keep reminding people this isn't some separate campus. It's not a regional campus. It is part of the main campus. So the faculty and student requirements and standards are all the same. And that job has been done pretty quickly. I think the opportunity that's here is to grow the number of students a little more quickly than the current track. And I think with what we can offer here and what the city of Indianapolis business community offers in terms of internships and a variety of job opportunities is a great selling point.
Why is Purdue and Indianapolis important for Indianapolis and more broadly important for Indiana?
The brain gain possibilities here. Purdue is attracting spectacular young talents from all over America. And right now, best we can measure, something like 1 in 5 maybe takes their first job in Indiana of those students. What if we make that 1 in 4, 1 in 3 by the opportunities that Indy Metro represents? There's no quicker way to add to the collective candle power of our state.
As you look at the potential that Purdue and Indianapolis has for maybe changing the perception of Indianapolis as a tech center, as a high-tech hub, if you will, is that possibility out there?
Absolutely. The faculty who will come here, the faster we grow, the faster we'll have more research of the kind at which Purdue excels, not just in the information sciences, but the life sciences, biomedical engineering, things of which our people are the tops in the world. And to have that not an hour away, but right here in town, will put us on the map.
As you look at what's happening here on campus in downtown Indianapolis, you look at the LEAP district with the investment that Lily's making there and on up 65 to the West Lafayette campus. How important a time do you think this is for the Indiana economy in terms of what can be 5, 10, 15 years down the road?
It's always tempting to say there's never been a more important time. This might be true. This might be one of those, Gary, where it is true. The world is being driven so swiftly in the direction of high tech by the artificial intelligence explosion and everything that that feeds into it. We don't pretend to know everything, and who does, what AI will mean in terms of the educational system or the broader economy. But we know that Indiana better be a competitor in that respect, better, hopefully a leader. And we think Purdue has a huge duty to help shape that, given who we are and what we do.
Kind of look out to the future and what success looks like for Purdue and Indianapolis as you look out 10 years down the road or perhaps beyond. What is success?
Success will be several thousand of the brightest young people from Indiana and everywhere else studying here, maybe not all 4 years. Maybe it's their 4th year after 3 years in West Lafayette, capping it off by coming here to finish their degree while working in a central Indiana business. Success is that a high percentage of those young people take that first job and eventually put their roots down here with us, enriching the, smarts quotient of our state in a measurable way. And it means a more booming local economy because of the talent and the research that Purdue uniquely, I think, has the capability to bring here.
Mitch Daniels, it's always great to see you.
Likewise.
Thanks for the time. Well, certainly Mitch Daniels played a key role in that split of IU and Purdue. It's been 2 years since that happened to become two distinct institutions, IU Indianapolis and Purdue University in Indianapolis. And IU Indianapolis Chancellor Latha Ramchand says while the schools are independent, the opportunity for collaboration is significant.
I'm sure there will be more research collaborations across our institutions than there were in the past. I really do believe that. So that's one thing. The second thing I would say is the competition never hurts, right? So may the best players win. From the perspective of the community, the industry, and perhaps even the state, one thing that I'm sure as taxpayers you're thinking about is we want to make sure that programs are not duplicated, that we're not all doing the same thing and spending the same resources. So these would be the three things that I think we all need to keep in mind as we work together. But I really believe there are huge opportunities to partner with them.
And you can hear more from my conversation with IU Indy Chancellor Latha Ramchand on the Business and Beyond podcast. Well, a new $6 million space in Cass County is viewed as a game changer for downtown Logansport. How the Pavilion and The Kitchen are sparking new ideas and giving that area an economic boost. That's when we come back.
So it's just been really exciting to be able to see entrepreneurs, come to us with their idea, their dream, and now they're out there doing it.
A new space in Logansport is giving aspiring food entrepreneurs space to learn and also test their concepts. The Kitchen and Pavilion are now open to the Cass County community and beyond with the goal of bringing people together. Dancing, music, and food help christen the Pavilion in downtown Logansport.
We've got so many different food things happening and so much different entertainment and art, and it feels like a rebirth. It really does.
The Pavilion features a 16,000-foot canopy. It is the new permanent home for the Logansport Farmers Market. The venue is viewed as a game changer for downtown and will also serve as space for performances, festivals, and other events. A $5 million Lilly Endowment grant funded most of the project, which also includes a commercial kitchen. It's open 24/7 every day of the year.
We've been open for roughly a month, and already we have 6 entrepreneurs who are utilizing our space regularly. They sell at the farmers market. One of them actually participated in our grand opening event, so their first very large event.
Within the kitchen space, entrepreneurs can get resources and participate in programming to help their business. Demo kitchen area opens up opportunities for cooking classes, pop-ups, and more.
I've never met an entrepreneur who needed help coming up with an idea, right? So stepping people through, food permits, food safety, and then all the stuff on the back end that people might not think about, but is obviously very crucial in starting a business. Anything that they need help on as far as costing, menu pricing, recipe scaling, all that good stuff. We provide completely for free to any food or beverage or farmer in the entire state.
The Cass County Community Foundation is also working to bring community organizations into the kitchen. Educators from nearby universities, including Ivy Tech and Purdue, have toured the kitchen and could use it for programming.
We've been working with the organization FarmWise that works to bring help producers of produce into the markets. So they're another user that is going to do a couple events here next month. I think you're going to see a lot of that kind of activity here.
Major development in Logansport. Elsewhere around Indiana, Fort Wayne-based Parkview Health has broken ground on a $200 million full-service hospital in West Lafayette. Parkview says it's been looking at the community for more than 3 years. The 40-bed hospital being constructed on land acquired from the Purdue Research Foundation and will include an emergency department, lab, and imaging services. A neighboring medical office building will provide primary and specialty care services as well.
We've kind of reached a point of growth and community need, both within West Lafayette, but also regionally, where increasing our healthcare capacity with high quality, innovative healthcare partners makes a lot of sense right now.
Parkview says it will offer primary care services in West Lafayette beginning later this year. The hospital expected to open in June of 2028. Meantime, a Hamilton County couple is launching an app designed to give families better tools for navigating aging and caregiving. Cavo will have a free version as well as paid monthly subscriptions. It's expected to be available this month. Well, after years of fundraising and advocacy, planning has begun on the $14 million Whitewater Canal site restoration project in Metamora. The funding includes a $7.4 million state appropriation and a $7 million matching grant through the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, making it one of Indiana's largest historic preservation projects.
This historic site is a centerpiece for this community, and we are really lucky to have them all be so dedicated and willing to go the extra mile and take the extra time to make phone calls, to call people, to do all those things that you need in order for people to understand just how important something is.
Construction expected to begin next year with a completion goal of summer 2028. Well, a big deal in Bartholomew County. Grillo's Pickles has opened its new $54 million production facility and is continuing to hire there. The company says the site will allow them to scale operations and meet current demand. 2 production lines have been installed, and there are plans for more over the next year. To Northeast Indiana, the Community Foundation of Huntington County is unveiling plans for the riverfront redevelopment project. It's set to include a pedestrian promenade, community gathering space, and green space to give visitors new ways to experience downtown Huntington. The project received nearly $5 million from Lilly Endowment, and the foundation is seeking public donations to move the process along more quickly. Still ahead, there is a new platform designed to help create more opportunities for internships, career exploration, and long-term employment. How the Evansville Regional Partnership is working on a first-of-its-kind project to close the gap between education and employment. Well, as back-to-school season starts, there's a new program for high school students in Southwest Indiana. The erepio platform officially launches in the week ahead and is designed to support students, schools, employers, and communities, not just in Southwest Indiana, but across the state. Here to talk more now about what it means for workforce development and the region, I'm pleased to be joined by EREP Chief Workforce and Education Officer, Kara Yates. And Kara, thanks for joining me.
Yes, glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, erepio, that's the platform that's going to be launched here in a couple of days. This is a first of its kind project or initiative that really gets at one of the most important issues facing the economy, and that's workforce. How are you going to attack workforce development?
Well, after being here for a little bit and talking to our stakeholders, we really learned that we needed to kind of find a place in the middle that was supporting our high schoolers as they were embarking on this new work-based learning opportunity through the new diploma and helping industry be able to provide opportunities. There wasn't a place to meet in the middle. And so we really found that we had an opportunity to create this platform that would kind of bring everyone together from industry partners, educators, students, parents. Everyone is getting the exact same information from one single source.
I know you're focused in some of the key areas: advanced manufacturing, logistics, healthcare. How is it going to work? What will students gain or get out of this process?
So one, they get kind of a working resume. So as they begin to embark on this new diploma, especially those that are working around the employment, they're going to work with our industry partners and be able to get job skills as they're going through in 25-hour sections. And when they get ready to graduate, erepio will actually be able to provide them a resume, a work-based learning plan that they've accumulated hours. Some will graduate with full apprenticeship. Some will graduate with full credentials ready to go into the workforce. And we're kind of giving them the opportunity to collect it all. Right now, many schools are collecting that information on Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets, and it's hard for everyone to be on the same page. erepio takes all that information and puts it in one single source. So our industry partners, our educators, are all learning and seeing the exact same information.
This is such a huge issue, as you know, for the Indiana business community. What's been the reaction from business in the region to this new program?
I will tell you, it has been overwhelmingly excited. You know, when you pitch something new, you're always nervous, but it has been overwhelming. We have industry partners stepping up every day saying, put me in, I want to help, how can I be there? We did beta testing in about 6 schools this spring, and I tell you, it has been so exciting to watch them say, we've been looking for this, we needed something like this. This is solving so many problems we didn't even know existed. So it has been met with such excitement. It's really been fun to watch.
Very quickly, again, focus on Southwest Indiana, but this truly is a statewide program, right?
Absolutely. So we focused it here just because we had educators and industry partners in our backyard and wanted us to support them. But it's built that it can really and truly answer a lot of these issues that are happening all the way across the state of Indiana.
We'll be following the story. Kara Yates from the Evansville Regional Economic Partnership. Great to see you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, that's all the time we have for this edition of Inside Indiana Business. We leave you this week where we started at Colts Camp in Hamilton County. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gary Dick. Go out and make it a successful week.